Austin is the eclectic, funky soul of Texas. Downtown, there's lots of nightlife, but not a lot of affordable housing, especially if you're in the market for a New York-style loft.
This is my apartment, and I knew I had to live here as soon as I walked in and saw the quality of light on all of the windows.
Mel Sotos is an artist and a future architect, and she embraces color in her work. But the walls of her Austin apartment, well, that's another story. Mel's 1,000 square foot loft is in the historic Brown Building and still reflects its industrial past.
I knew when I moved to Austin that I wanted to live someplace urban, and I wanted to live someplace old. Moving to Texas was going to be a big enough change, and I knew that I needed to live someplace that I felt comfortable.
Mel's living room is very, very minimal.
I've kept the walls white because I can't decide on a color. It's a big commitment for me to make, and I can't say that I'm quite ready to make it. Plus, having the walls white makes it much easier to throw up one of my Polaroids and check the color quality and just make sure that everything looks okay.
You know, she's really lucky. Her space has really cool architectural elements. The exposed beams in the ceiling, the concrete floors, all of her furnishings really pop against the background.
This is where I spend most of my time in the apartment. I've been known to get a lot of work done here. This is where I watch television. This is where I entertain friends. This is where I play with my cat, Pollock. This is probably one of my favorite pieces in the apartment.
The office is the main storage area in the apartment.
This is where I work when I'm not working in the living room. This is also where I store my Polaroids when they're not hung in an exhibition. I also made these shelves myself, and for as simple as they look, they weren't so simple to hang. When I was hanging them, however, I did make sure to take extra care to hang them high enough so I was able to store my Polaroids underneath them and out of the way, instead of having to store them in the bathroom or something like that. The key to living in a small space is staying organized. To help me, I've hired a professional organizer. I called Lon Ann initially because I was having a hard time finding things in my apartment. I mean, I knew I had them, but I didn't know where they were. And if I knew where they were, I had to dig to find them. One of the first things Lon Ann and I did was go through each space in my apartment. I have a hard time throwing things away and letting things go. So I knew what I needed her to help me do was figure out what I needed to keep, what I wanted to keep, and then what I could keep.
We're just going to finish with a couple of the drawers that we didn't get to the other day. So let's pull out and see what kinds of things we have in there and just start sorting.
Don't be afraid to go for help. There's a whole industry of people out there who would love to help you organize your closets.
Mel's bedroom has a modern romantic feel, but a rather unromantic past.
As much as I love the ceiling and the floors downstairs, what really sold me on this place was the tile in this room. This used to be the bathroom when this building was an office building, and these tiles are original to that bathroom. What I also love about this room is the fact that I hung a chandelier in the concrete ceiling. I think it adds a really nice feminine touch.
It's an interesting touch in a very sleek, modern, contemporary space to put a traditional crystal chandelier. I love that she's got that in the bedroom. It's open, it's airy, and it's unexpected.
I actually found this apartment online and knew as soon as I saw it that I had to have it. I checked it out, but not wanting to leave any stone unturned, I looked at all of the other options. At the end of the day, this was still the best one, and I knew this is where I had to live.
Coming up on Small Space Big Style, a small Miami space where hiding TVs has become an art.
It's really not our work. You think it is.